These music react videos are something, aren't they? It's wild because you know the song that I'm about to listen to. I don't. But neither of us knows what I'm about to say at all. It could be anything. It could be so unhinged. But anyway, before we get started, please go like and subscribe. Y'all have been amazing. You've been coming in the thousands. It's been absolutely wild to see. So kind, so welcoming. To your favorite band or bands. And thank you for all the comments. Look, I could go Google these artists, but what I'm often going to get with that is a slant that either the label or that particular outlet is trying to put on the story. But from y'all, I hear, hey, I was in the stands, I was at this concert, and that's more meaningful because I hear it right from you. I hear other context, hey, I met them after the show, or I know them personally. I love that more than what some label or magazine or online outlet is going to slant into something. So again, please continue to like and subscribe and comment, but also join me weekdays noon to 2 on my live show. That's noon to 2 Central Standard Time here in America. We go through a bunch of songs, maybe some you love, maybe some you don't. I mean, it gets a little bit wild in there. But look, I think you're going to love this band. All right, this is The Warning with Money. Okay, so
we all gotta pay for something, we all gotta count for nothing. Happiness has its price.
all right.
Less is more in this business. Rapacity will be the illness that we will learn to love. Are you worth your weight in gold? Going once, going twice, sold. It's all about that cold hard cash, hun.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay.
Go ahead and cry, shallow pools of blood. Diamond
All right, so this is kind of interesting right here because they're doing something that I guess maybe they haven't done. I'm new to this journey with The Warning, so maybe I've heard it, maybe I haven't. But they're doing something in this song that I haven't maybe heard in the previous songs I've done by them. But they're driving with the bass and the drums a lot. Now, there is some riffs in there that are layering in, but I like it. I like it. It's a little bit of a deeper drive. So let's keep going. Let's see what else they have for us.
and cry, shallow pools of blood. Diamond news at your throat. Hey, whoa,
I love it.
whoa, moral code of
See that right there?
3 times a year.
You see her stage presence?
Truth that's slipped in goes just as sincere.
She's not scared to be herself on stage.
I'll never ask for forgiveness. I come with God as my witness. I pray He'll wash my hands. It's sad and it's true when the world hurts. Sold your soul, that's how it works. We're human after all.
Yeah,
Are you
they're just so professional. They're just so professional. They're just too good. And what I was saying there during that was like, look at how she looks out to the crowd and looks at the camera. So many people are so cognizant or so worried about what they look like, and I mean, we're all guilty of it. It's not like I sat here. I mean, I got dressed up to be in this. I didn't, wear what I woke up in. Everybody cares about what they look like, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the everything as a selfie thing. She doesn't have that. She's like getting into the music. She's playing. Dany is her name, right? And this whole everything is a selfie mentality with her. It's just like she's got that rock face, She like looks out into the crowd. She doesn't care that she's excited. She has like she's into it, and I love that. I love that because that's just so refreshing and honest and pure. It lets you know that this is a real experience for them. You know, this is real to them, and that draws me in more to them. That makes me a bigger fan, just seeing that.
Human after all. Are you worth your weight in gold? Going once, going
Is
twice.
it raining there?
Sold. It's all about that cold hard cash, hun.
God, I love that drop. I love that drop. But it's raining there, right?
Go ahead and cry, shall go pool some blood. Diamond news like your soul. Give me
Are they screaming in the background?
I want that. Give me that. I want that. Go ahead and cry, shallow pools of blood. How long will it last? How long till
Okay, so
another stack of sins to be buried?
I got it.
Diamond news like
I figured it out. Okay, I figured something out. Now, there's only a little bit left in the song, but I figured something out. We're going to talk about it here in a second. But I think I figured out the it that they have. I got it. Just hang with me. Let's listen to the rest of the song, okay? But I got it.
Go ahead and cry, shallow pools of blood. How long will
They're screaming,
How long
right?
till you leave? Another stack of sins to be buried. Diamond
Yeah.
like your
I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that. She's just sitting there screaming and layering, and that's going to carry into exactly what I just saw. Okay, so that clarifies it for me. That confirms it for me. I figured out what the it is. Okay, so again, if you've seen any other videos from me, you know I've had a wild array of careers in my life. 13 years as a crisis counselor. I was Marine Corps infantryman. I've been a college baseball coach. You know, I do a rock show on YouTube now. I've hosted television. You know, I've done all sorts of stuff. Anyway, enough about me. But look, years and years ago, I was in a rock band. And so I understand music. In the 90s, did a couple albums. And I was trying to figure out with The Warning what the it factor was. Because they have it. They have the it factor. We all know that. You know, even if you don't like them, you know that they have the it factor. And I heard it. I heard it on this song. Because the song drove with bass and drums, and that's it. You know what most bands do is they have things backwards. And when I was younger, garage band me, you always had like a guitar. Like I played lead guitar, I had myself to play, and then all of a sudden somebody would come along who had a bass. And so you would sit there and you guys would play together and you'd get kind of a cool sound. But what was really hard was finding a drummer, because drums are loud. Drums are more expensive than most of the other instruments. And so it was really rare to find a drummer. But if you did have a drummer, it was also a lot more rare to be able to find practice time, because drums are loud. And if you had to do it in a house, mom and dad come home from work and they don't want to hear the drums. So you have to save it for the weekends. But you know what you could do? You could play bass and guitar at a pretty low level and still get pretty proficient at it. You can't do that with drums. Drums, you got to go all out. So most of us in the guitar world, as we're younger, we get used to playing guitar with a bass. And that's backwards, because bass is a percussive instrument. It is supposed to be the secondary percussive instrument to the drums. Now the drums are tuned. They go through and they actually with keys tune the drums so that the toms and everything have a certain sound. So they do have drum tuning. So they have a tone to them. But the bass is supposed to layer over top of that as a secondary percussive instrument. And most people don't get that, because most people practice with a guitar and a bass first. And so they harmonize together with two separate types of instruments. I know that it seems like a bass should be with the guitar, and it is ultimately, but it layers the drums first. It must layer the drums first, and they get that. They get that. Now, you don't have to do that for every song. There are songs where there's exceptions to that. For the most part, if you want to be efficient with your sound, you layer the bass over the drums and they work together in concert, no pun intended. And then the guitar comes in with that and harmonizes where it needs to with the vocals and fills in the space. And that is why they fill space, because they get it. They didn't do it backwards. They layer their bass over the drums. And so you have the full sound of that, and then they bring the guitar into accent. And I hadn't heard it yet until they did it on this song, because this song was drum and bass driven, where the guitar just go back and listen to it again. Listen. The bass is a secondary percussion instrument to them, and they get it, and that's where it is. That's how they feel sound, and that's what most bands miss, is they grew up like I did, where we harmonized a guitar with a bass and we did it backwards, and then we tried to get the drums to fill in underneath that, and that's opposite. Drums, bass, guitar, vocals. Layer it in like that, and they get it. They are exceptionally well trained and highly tuned in what they do. They are severely professional, and I appreciate them more after seeing that. Now I get it. That's what they do, and so many people miss it. I missed it as a young musician. I didn't do this. They did. That's why I only lasted a few years. I was done by 2001. They're still going because they get it. That makes me so proud of them. That makes me so proud to see that there's young musicians that get that. Things I didn't even get, I understand now, but didn't then. And that's beautiful. Congrats to these fine musicians. I am happy to see what they are doing. I cannot wait to see their success. I cannot wait to see where they go from here. I'm on board of what is, I guess, Proud Uncles, the Warning Army, and we're the Proud Uncles from what the comments said. So whatever that has to be, I am proud of them. That's pro level. That's beyond pro level.